Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on the purchase of your Keystone Bullet Premier 29 RK travel trailer. I'm here to walk you around it, show you a few things, and get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by arriving at the campsite and a few things to take into consideration when parking. On your campsite, be plenty of room for your awning to come out over here. And your off campsite, of course, leave plenty of room for your slide to come in and out. But I also want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Your power is going to be just in front of the slide. So with your slide closed, it'll be on your driver's side of your tow vehicle, just in front of your tires. Then your docking station for your water is going to be at the front of this side as well. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive and unhook your hitch, first thing you do is level your unit. If you have a night docking light, should you arrive at night, simply retract to bring down, extend to lift it up. Should you lose power, under this rubber stopper is a manual override for this hand crank that'll get that up and down. Speaking of power, check your battery posts when you arrive. Make sure those haven't wiggled loose going down the road. Only takes a second to check them out. Once you've got our unit level, next thing we're going to do is stabilize it. Your unit comes with power stabilizing jacks on the front and back. Here's your controls. The one closest to the unit is your front. These are your back. Before I run these down, I'm going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt and debris. Hot blacktop in the summer, it's going to protect your feet. Good investment. Use your 10% off coupon, grab a 4-pack of those, put them down underneath these, and simply hit extend. Now you're only going to want to run these down until they're taut. Once you start to feel the unit lift, stop. Because remember, we've already got it level, we just want to stabilize it. Run these down from up here, run the back ones down. Show you where those are located. Right up underneath there. Once we've got our unit level and stable, we can hook up our power and water. Come around the corner here in front of your slide, you have this big long 50 amp cord. The way they go on now is to the left and then twist them to the right. And then put this black washer on. At the end of that 50 amp cord, should you need to plug in at a campsite, you get what we call a dog bone. It'll bring you from 50 to 30. And if you ever need to plug in at home, there's a 30 to 15 amp adapter that comes in so you can plug into a 110. Throw that right on the end of that. Got your power hooked up, let's hook up your water. Real easy docking station here. All the way up to the right is going to be your city water connection. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Always use this when putting fluid in here. Hook that up on your city water connection. Shut your winterization off. Hook up your hose, but don't turn your hose on yet. Let's find your hot water heater. Yours is over on the campsite, down about the middle. And all we're doing at this point, folks, is making sure our drain plug's back in. You may have left it out last time you were camping. Take this drain plug, get it back under nice and snug, then you can go ahead and turn that hose on. After your hose has been on for a little while, I want you to go inside. You can deploy your slide now because we're already level and stable. I need you to open up your water taps. Get all the air out of the lines. Once you got a nice steady flow of water going through the lines, you can shut them off, and then you can turn down on this hot water heater from indoors. So let's say we're going to go camping and we're not going to hook up at a city camp. We're going to go dry camping, or boondocking as we like to call it. In that case, we're simply going to fill up our fresh water tank. Right in the middle, no need for a water pressure regulator here. You simply use a hose. 2 ways to tell when that's full. There's an overflow valve right here. Or on the inside where you check the levels of your battery and black and gray tanks, there's also a fresh water button. Don't leave this unattended when you're filling it. Treat your hot water heater the same way. Make sure it's plugged up. Once this is full, go ahead and remove your hose. Put this cap back on. And then whenever you want to utilize this water, you'll turn on your water pump indoors. Don't turn on your water pump when using city water. That's already pressurized. All right, you're all set up with water and power. We're all set to camp. Let me finish walking around the unit. Starting here in this docking station. All the way on the left here is going to be a black tank flush. We'll utilize that when leaving the campsite and dumping our black tanks. Again, your fresh water and city water. Here's where you'll winterize that. Here's where you'll bypass your hot water heater. Hot and cold shower for out here. Your stabilizing jacks, your cable and TV. A little convenient access to run your water hoses down through. Just outside of that, you are prepped for solar right here. You can plug in a solar panel and that'll trickle charge your batteries. Big pass-through storage. Coming down your off-camp side, here's where we will dump your black and gray tank. Again, your power. On the wiper sills, you want to add to the longevity of the life of these. They have a spray that you spray on these to keep them pliable, keeps them from dry rotting over time. You pick up a can of that out of our store. Utilize your 10% off coupon for anything you can while you're here. This is a flue for your furnace. 2 things on that: make sure it's never blocked, and if you are running your furnace, steer clear of it. It does get hot. Back here you got access to your fridge. This is prepped for a Keystone RV camera. Place you can purchase that'll electronically communicate with that and sit on the dash of your tow vehicle, giving you a backup camera. Coming over on your off camp side, on your campsite, your awning here has a pitch adjust. Say it's raining and the picnic table's down at the other end. Simply pull it down on this pitch adjust. That'll tilt and run all the rainwater this way. The outdoor kitchen area with a sink, storage, and electric fridge. You're all set up for a TV out here as well. I'll show you on all these exterior doors. Don't just pull on them. Lift up on this button. That'll release them. You're prepped for TV out here. 110 and cable. Again, your hot water heater. Couple of outdoor speakers. Your big awning light. Brings us to the other side of your pass-through storage. And your override hand crank. Your propane does come with a cover. It is on a regulator. Simply point it toward the tank you wish to be using. Lefty-loosey to open, it'll turn your gas on. Lastly, behind your battery, back in this corner here, is your battery disconnect. That will disconnect all the battery power to your unit. That'll come important later when I talk about your carbon monoxide propane detector. That about covers everything on the outside. Let's take a look on the inside. First thing I like to point out in every unit is the fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows that the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway in case of emergency. Up here to the left as you come in is your control panel. So there's where you see your brand new battery. Freshwater button, that's the one I said you can hold down to tell when your potable water is full. Black and gray tanks. On your hot water heater, when you turn it on, choose correctly. Left if you're running off gas, boondocking, etc. And to the right if you're plugged into electric. Your water pump you turn on here for potable water. Porch light, ceiling lights, your slide control, and your awning. We're pretty close to this unit, but I want to show you on your awning. You only want to run it out until that flap falls down to 90 degrees and you'll see your bar, maybe another inch or two. It will continue to run itself out and run itself up backwards if you don't pay attention to it. So keep an eye on it when you're running it in. Okay, shut off our awning lights as I run that in. Continuing our tour now, coming into the living room, we got a couple recliners. Into your kitchen area here, got a little pop-up power port. Press down on that, it'll give you a couple of 110s and USBs. 110 with GFCI reset, back here in the corner of the kitchen. Got a self-explanatory microwave. Below that you have an exhaust fan and light. Your glass top makes an excellent backsplash. Turn on your panel light here. Turn this to light, see how it turns red, hit your spark, and there's your flame. Same thing on the oven. Turn this to light, hit your spark, that will light it, no need for a pilot light anymore, and then just set it to the desired temperature. Rock that panel light down, it becomes an oven light. Your Dometic fridge, your controls are inside the freezer part. Simple process, turn it on. Press that in, means auto. Auto means when you're plugged in, you're running off electricity. As soon as you unplug, if your gas is turned on, it'll switch to gas. Want to run strictly off gas? Lift that button. Dining chairs, strapped down for travel. Keep them from bouncing all over on you. Your sofa here, I'm going to show you quickly how to make that into a bed. So remove your Velcro cushions here. Found it easiest to stand in the middle. Gives you good leverage. Lift this up. Pull your metal legs out. Lay the back down. And just that quickly, you've got another sleeping quarters. Now it's very important that when putting it away, lift the back up first. Otherwise you could damage it. Again, standing in the middle gives you good leverage. Fold these in, jackknife that down, replace your cushions, and just that quickly you are back to a sofa. You also have a 50-inch Insignia TV that comes with this. Below that is your Furrion sound system. So you got music indoors, or here's our zones. Indoors, I'll shut off. I just turn it on outdoors. Scan for a channel here and get something to come in. Turn the volume back up. Static outdoors. Hard to pick up much in this metal building here. But AM, FM, Bluetooth compatible. Really nice system. Fireplace. Not just for looks anymore. I can go through and show you all the pretty colors. But the biggest thing now, folks, is if it's chilly in the morning or evening, crank that heat up. If you're plugged in at a campsite, use electric heat to get it nice and toasty in here instead of wasting your gas. This will warm it up quickly. Fire extinguisher, or excuse me, smoke alarm as soon as you come in the doorway. Let's go to your thermostat here. Take that mode and turn on the AC. Hear that cranking up. Now shut the AC off. Shuts off rather quickly. Now we'll turn on the furnace. Hear that kick on. Shut your furnace off. Now as you'll notice, it'll take a few minutes for the furnace fan to cycle through before it shuts off compared to the AC unit. Down below that, your 12-volt carbon monoxide propane detector. The reason I mention that's 12 volt, it's always running off your battery. So if you are out dry camping, boondocking, you have nothing plugged in charging your battery, if you're going to be gone for the day, use that battery disconnect to keep this from running your battery down. Coming into your bathroom, just a couple things to mention. 110 with GFCI reset. And you do have some plumbing behind this access panel. Most of it is PEX plumbing now, but you are bouncing a house down the road, so keep an eye on it. Make sure that your shower door is snapped open for travel. You do have a hand crank open exhaust vent in here. And lastly, coming back into your bedroom, you got a dirty laundry chute. That'll go right down to your outdoor storage. Storage under the front of your bed. You're prepped for a TV here. Cable in 110 with a backer on the wall here for a mount. Hand crank open vent. Emergency exit window. Individual one-touch lighting up here. CPAP prepared, or a nice place for a charging port. Well, that about covers everything on the inside. Let's act like we're getting ready to leave the campsite and close the unit up. I like starting by shutting off my bedroom and bathroom lights, which they are both off. Secure my doors. Now I'll come up here and shut off my ceiling light, and then I can see any individual lighting that you may need to go through and shut off the one-touch. So one-touch lighting is really nice. As you see, you can just leave one light on and it gives it a nice ambience in here. Once you have all those lights off, come back over, turn on your ceiling lights, and say doors and drawers. Make sure all doors and drawers are secured. Nothing's going to impede your slide from coming in. We'll strap down those chairs for travel. Tuck your TV back in and strap that in as well. Once everything's ready, we're just going to bring our slide room in. See the importance of having all these doors closed? That will rip the door off quickly, so make sure everything's closed before you take off. Slides in, shut our ceiling lights off, exit the unit. Now the biggest thing to remember on these steps, make sure your exterior door is all the way open. Otherwise this could catch on your door as you come in. Set it up inside, turn this handle, either way, right or left. Gotta lock that in there. Lock and deadbolt your exterior door, lift and turn your handle. Now at this point, we're going to unplug our cable, our water, and our power. If you are out dry camping, you want to dump that freshwater tank, that's where you dump that at. Hook up our hitch, bring up our stabilizing jacks, and head on up to the dump station. Now at the dump station, park accordingly. Your dump is going to be just in front of your tires on your off-camp side. Once you arrive, you got a 10-foot hose, comes with your convenience pack. Hook that up and pull that black handle. That's going to be your sewage on your left. While that's dumping, we can go ahead and come on over here. And at the dump station, we'll dump these low point drains. Find them again. Oh, there they are, right above your stabilizing jacks there. So go ahead and dump both those while you're waiting on your sewage to dump. So once your sewer is dumped, you're going to go ahead and leave that black handle open. You're going to come up here with the hose at the dump station and hook it up here to this black tank flush. Again, very important. Leave your black tank handle open. Go ahead and turn that hose on. That's going to wash out that black tank, get all that nastiness out of the air. Once that's done, for a good 5 minutes at least, go ahead and remove that hose. Make sure that all of that washout has drained. You can go inside and just check the levels of your tanks to tell that it is empty. Once it is, close that black handle, pull your gray handle. Now your gray handle is going to be cleaner water. It's your sinks and your showers, galley tanks. That's going to clean your sewage hose out for you a little bit. Once that's done, take your sewage hose, come on back to your bumper, and conveniently and sanitarily store it in your bumper. After your low point drains have drained, go ahead and close those. Same thing if you're boondocking and dumping a fresh tank. Once them waters are done, you're going to come to your hot water heater. We're going to lift up on this pressure release valve. That's going to dump the remainder of your hot water out of there. Push that back down, otherwise your door won't close. And then pull this bottom drain. That'll dump the last of it. and you are all set to travel home. Again, we thank you guys so much for your purchase. I hope you enjoy this Bullet for many years to come. Happy camping.